from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. It's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
On the tackle.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 63 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now after the play, oh man, it's Barkley who appears to be shaken up. He's down. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
The ball carrier.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. And Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
The tackle made by Dexter Lawrence.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Hunt. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line.
Complete.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing Jones. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Wentz now on 1st down. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Jones. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
No. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nigel Bradham brings him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, we got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Dalvin Tomlinson forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. And there's the total for the season. Of course, every runner wants to hit that 1,000-yard mark. He's going to need to turn up production a little bit if he wants to do just that.
And I think he'll get a lot of help because teammates want players to get to milestones. And 1,000 yards for any running back in the NFL, that's a milestone. And it reflects positively on the team, too, as well, when a person reaches that threshold. So he's not just out there running by himself. He'll get plenty of escorts. And I think guys will do a little extra blocking for him in this one.
And I'm guessing he knows what he needs to get to reach 1,000.
Any runner that tells you that he doesn't
is lying.
Yes.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And Jeffrey may be in some pain. It appears so. He's still down. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Wentz now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our halftime.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the 1st half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. On the return, it's Tate.
Holding, receiving team.
So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Out out of the gun. They run it with Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
They'll run again with Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
He's taken out of
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
He was brought down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. It's a gain of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Intended for Zach Ertz.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he connects with Ertz. And, this is going to depend on forward progress. But they're saying no, he didn't get there. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you... start to feel good about yourselves.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Ingram hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Down by Darius Slay. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Jones throwing on 4th down. His pass caught at the 4. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So now Wentz and the Eagles down 14-10, a little over 50 seconds remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. There's the former quarterback, Greg Ward Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw. He'll get this to Ward. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. He's back to throw. Rager catches him left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Intended for Alshon.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Hunt. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And, yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly? That